it's going.
Welcome to Potty Mouths. This is Stephanie.
This is beautiful Brad.
And we're missing Bert tonight. Because that punk-ass bitch is taking a test for school. Because he forgot. And he should have done it last night. But he's a punk-ass bitch. So, we've missed most of October. Because we're all busy. Brad and I just bitched for about an hour about how much people and work suck.
Work's the worst.
And I would have loved to have pumped out a bunch of Halloween content, because this is my favorite month of all time, but we're fucking busy.
I can't believe it's already the 24th.
I know, it's fucking over, and I was like, yeah, we got plenty of time to get out at least 2 more, and I'm like, wow, we'll be lucky to record another one before Halloween fucking day.
Yeah. That's what, next Thursday? A week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shit.
A week from today.
I start every October. I'm like, I'm going to watch a horror movie every night of October. I haven't watched one.
Oh, shit.
Not one fucking horror movie.
First of all, I watch most of them through the year anyway.
I need to start doing that.
But every night I've come home from work, changed, sat down in the living room, and put on a horror movie. I've been watching some weird shit, too. Looking for new content. So we have a Fire Stick. Fucking cats. We have a Fire Stick, so we can get all these weird little apps. Mm-hmm. Like, there's IMDb TV. There's something called Pluto, and it has like live TV plus free movies you can watch. And then there's an app called Tubi that has a bunch of free movies on it. So I go through all of them looking for some random shit I may have forgot about. I was scrolling up through, and I saw this one movie, and the title of it is Run, Bitch, Run.
Hell yeah.
Saw that it was by Grindhouse. Didn't even think about it, because with a title like Run, Bitch, Run, I'm going to give it a try. It was basically a rape porn.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you couldn't make stuff like that, or is this like an older movie?
I think it's older. I want to say it's older. I mean, there's a lot of vagina hair.
Really?
So I'm assuming it's older.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
So, yeah, I was like, wow, I just sat through 40 minutes of an accidental rape porn. Just waiting for somebody to run, bitch, run.
Yeah, did they run, or?
There was one part where they dumped this chick in the woods and tell her to run, bitch, run.
So, I guess it was kind of like a psychological horror movie?
There was nothing psychological about it.
It was just straight porn.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, they set it up like a cheap fucking porn.
Oh, it's trying to get in. Fucking cats.
So, the whole thing opens a scene in a whorehouse. And some chick stabs the dude that she was on a quote-unquote date with. And I'm like, alright, it's naughty, but there's immediately a murder. And then it goes to these two teenage girls from a Catholic school who are Bible salesmen. I should have known immediately then that was set up to be a porn. Immediately should have known. First of all, they're wearing their Catholic schoolgirl uniforms. One's the all-innocent version. The other's a wannabe party prostitute. And then they really usually don't send out Catholic schoolgirls to sell fucking Bibles. So I was like, I turned it off. I don't even know how it ended.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, yeah. But I did get in, let's see, Hocus Pocus. A couple nights back, I watched Beetlejuice. Then a bunch of other random horror movies. Sleepaway Camp. Tell me you've seen Sleepaway Camp.
It's been a minute, so...
Do you remember the ending?
I don't.
So, I kept telling my oldest, come here and look at this movie. Come here and look at this movie. Knowing what the end was, and I made him stay through most of it, and at the end, when that girl stands up, she's got a penis He flipped the fuck out. He's like, what did I just watch? And I'm like, that's how 80s horror movies go. But
Oh, yeah.
it leads you up to this big thing, and it's just a little girl with a dick. Oh,
Goddamn.
God. You have to watch Sleepaway Camp again. And then, so we were going through, and down at the bottom it has a recommended, and it says Sleepaway Camp 2 and Sleepaway Camp 3. He goes, they made more of these things? And I'm like, I've never watched them, but yes.
Did you ever get around to watching them?
No. No. I don't think I will.
It's 2 hours you'll never get back.
Oh. 2 hours I can spend on something better. I just have to stop. Every now and then, I'll come across a couple lucky days where I'm just randomly scrolling through shit and I find some epic stuff on Netflix or one of these little apps. The movie The Bay, The Circle, like these random things that are really, really awesome that I never would have watched. There's one with subtitles. I want to say it's a Japanese or Korean movie. The Train to Busan. Totally fucking amazing. Would never have even sat down to watch it if I hadn't been in one of those discovery moods. But then every now and then I waste a whole chunk of my day on rape porn.
Yeah, I would be pissed with the limited time I have if I fucking wasted it on something fucking stupid. And like, god damn it, could have watched this.
I mean, it makes for interesting conversation later.
True.
And I keep thinking that occasionally I'll run across somebody and be like, hey, you ever see that movie Run, Bitch, Run? Like, listen. I only made it through like 40 minutes of it.
Totally hit it off.
And then there's some interesting conversation. But hopefully, considering the fact that Brad's been on a bad track about not seeing these movies, at least, hopefully you've seen a chunk of this list, because today, in honor of October, we're going to talk about demons and Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. Especially demons and Satan in movies, because that's where we get most of our information. So, alright, the list. Devil's Advocate.
Oh my god, wasn't that with Al Pacino?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that. I liked it.
Okay, so also staying with Keanu Reeves, Constantine,
Really good.
which had demons and Satan in it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I really liked Satan in Constantine.
Yeah, he was a cool Satan.
He was. Fallen, I've never seen that one. It's Denzel Washington in it.
Yeah, I don't think I have. I've heard of it, but yeah.
There's Legend, which...
Oh, Tim Curry.
Tim Curry
Yeah.
is the darkness. They say that obviously with the hooves and the horns, he's modeled after Satan. Storm of the Century. I've seen it. Cannot remember a scene from the damn movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
I want to say I really liked it. Somewhere in me wants to say I really liked it, but I cannot remember. It's a Stephen King thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Prophecy. Never watched it. Christopher Walken. Never watched it.
I've seen it, but it's been a while, and my memory is just not what it used to be.
The Omen. It's been fucking forever since I watched The Omen.
Yeah.
End of Days. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know how I like that one.
I can't remember the movie being too good, but I remember the soundtrack coming out, and it was a big thing if you were into heavy metal, and everyone went and got it.
I don't think it was a place for Arnold.
Yeah.
It just did not feel righteous enough for Arnold Schwarzenegger to be battling the devil.
So, run that plot by us real quick.
So, from what I remember, it's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I think Arnold's family dies, like his wife and his kids, or just one kid. And then something happens, and Satan's there on Earth, and he has to bang this chick to impregnate her to fulfill some sort of fucking end of days prophecy.
So like a spin on Rosemary's Baby.
It's a combination of Rosemary's Baby and the movie Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And then, so Arnold's got to save this chick, and the devil wants to bang her, and then he's trying to corrupt her, and then she's like, no, don't bang me, and then, like, he's got to stop the end of days. and then Satan tempts him by like telling him he'll bring back his family if he lets it happen, and then it ends up he lets the devil possess him, and he throws himself on the sword of some sort of statue and sacrifices himself to stop the end of days.
Fuck yeah.
I mean,
I feel like there was a big marketing push for this movie back in wasn't it like the 90s? Because I remember it everywhere.
Like I said, Eraser, True Lies, all that shit was coming out with Arnold in it.
Yeah, I guess it was.
I mean,
his second wave of greatness from the 80s, because it was like late 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want to say it was late 90s.
Yeah. Mid
to late 90s. But yeah, it's not one I'll sit down going, hey, I haven't seen the end of days in forever. Of course, The Exorcist.
Yeah. Classic.
Which, when it comes to Satan being in movies, that's probably the most Satan has ever been. When it comes to, like, during the possession, what Regan says, and
you got to think like the time this movie came out, like wasn't it like the late 70s?
Yeah,
like,
it was very taboo.
Yeah, it really was.
I mean, your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Fucking masturbating with the cross.
Crucifix.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like my dad said that shit terrified him, and he was probably like in his late 20s at that time, but he said that shit got him, man.
All my parents and all my aunts and uncles from that time period said that it freaked them the fuck out.
But see, like, when I watched it, I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it's a good movie, but it wasn't, like, fucking, I had to turn the lights on, even though I still have to do that, but that's, yeah.
And, I mean, it has its place, but also, too, there's a lot of, and I want to say it was in the editing, a lot of weird, sharp cuts where it just didn't flow as perfectly as it would have, but... Mm-hmm. That was fucking filmography back then.
Yeah.
You just kind of had to take it for what it was. And I mean, it was a good movie, and Satan was very Satan-y.
Yeah, totally.
But, yeah, Rosemary's Baby, of course.
I like that.
I like Rosemary's Baby. I mean, giving birth to Satan.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked up. And I gotta feel like just because it would be the worst labor ever.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
The Witches of Eastwick.
I haven't seen it.
I've watched it recently. It was one of my October watches. And I fucking love Jack Nicholson. And the fact that these three women want him so bad and he looks like Jack Nicholson is just, it makes it even funnier. The only thing that I don't appreciate about the movie is when they curse him and the one woman that's a fucking hoity-toity bitch, and then they start just vomiting profusely. Vomit gets to me sometimes. And in The Witches of Eastwick, the vomit got to me.
So is it like a comedy, or is it...
It's comedy, it's drama, it's action, it's... I mean...
Does it have some, like, legit scares in it, or is it kind of...
No, just it's tense.
Yeah.
It would be classified as a thriller, if anything. But yeah, it's Jack Nicholson, Cher, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Susan Sarandon.
Wow.
All of them young.
Nice.
Like, well, Jack Nicholson obviously is still missing some of his hair. But Cher still has a career, Susan Sarandon's super young, and Michelle Pfeiffer at the time was almost an unknown. So...
I'll have to check that one out.
They all did great. It was a decent movie. And, like I said, Jack Nicholson was Satan, so... Can't beat that shit.
Yeah.
The show Lucifer.
I haven't seen that.
It's fucking good.
I hear a lot of people say it's pretty good.
I really like it. And I've never rooted for Satan more in my entire life than I rooted for Lucifer.
So how do they spin this one to where this is such a huge hit, but it's Lucifer?
So, Lucifer was technically an angel.
Mm-hmm.
They really play on the fact that God made him be the devil. He didn't want to be a devil, and it was kind of a choice that he made when he took on the role so aggressively, and that he still gets to choose. He still has to do certain things, but he gets to choose how bad he does them.
So, like, how does this fucking series continue, like, if he's not the good guy? Like, the arc is he needs to get somewhere.
Every episode is almost the same, okay? So... Lucifer is a total cocksucking dick. And then he hooks up with a detective. And they never actually hook up in the show, but like, they're solving a crime. And through solving that crime, he realizes very briefly that he is a dick and he should change his ways. And then it starts all over again. And he's into fucking parties and fucking orgies. And he owns a bar.
This got people hooked for, 4 or 5 seasons?
4 seasons.
Jesus Christ.
It's good, though. And he's... his brother is an angel, and then there's drama with him, and Satan's seeing a psychiatrist, and there's drama with her, and they're talking shit out, and then the detective and her ex-husband, and she's got, I mean, it's good. It's good. And it does draw you in.
I've heard a lot of people say
and you
it's
don't
good.
get bored. And then you get to figure out, too, because there's this detective, and her kind of sort of partner is the devil, and they're trying to solve murders together. So it's like CSI with Satan. And more drama.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, I liked it. So there was the movie The Witch, which I wasn't creeped out about goats until that fucking movie.
Yeah, there was, I had higher hopes on that one, but there was some creepy ass parts.
The thing was, I was kind of expecting more jump scares, and it was just creep.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, that's kind of creepy.
I was kind of really hoping for more like the ending throughout the movie, where the Satan, the witches,
and
like,
it took forever to get there. And the whole time, even though you know there's a witch, the whole time you kind of sort of question: is there really?
Yeah, like
is there really?
Because that part of the movie, I went to the theaters and saw it, and I'm sitting there like, if they turn this into some psychological bullshit, I'm gonna be pissed, man. Because like I really had high hopes.
I kept waiting for them to village it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, no.
The village was so good until that
and then
guy,
she hopped that fucking fence, and it was over.
I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, but like them little girls and what did they call that fucking goat?
I forget.
Prince something.
Yeah, that thing was creepy.
Yeah, it was just a solid black, and I never really paid attention to the square fucking pupil in Goat's eyeballs, and they really kept harping on that in the movie, and I'm like, all right.
Guys, kind of giving me goosebumps. I want to watch it again, right?
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Creepy.
Yeah, it is.
And then there's some things that when you see it, it's kind of gives you an unease.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
it's not scary. It's uneasy. Like but yeah, like I kept waiting for them to fuck it up, and they didn't. But there should have been more. Like if halfway through the movie they would have added more in.
Yeah, I got
at the end. Yeah, when we got to see the witch a little bit more, and actually seeing how she did what she did and why.
Yeah,
she didn't have to speak.
Shit.
She didn't have to do anything. But like, give a little bit more of the story instead of boom, reveal shit in the last 5 minutes and then over.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, Hellraiser. I mean, they consider it because, I threw it on the list because technically
they're in hell.
It's demons. Yeah. It's hell.
What's your thoughts on Hellraiser?
If I'm being 100% honest.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lean with what you're about to say.
It's like the cartoon movie of horror.
Yeah. I never really got into the story. Like, Hellraiser looks fucking cool, but I just always thought it was kind of a boring movie.
And, like, I know I'm always harping on story, and I'm a big one for story, but there's not one.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like weird, visually fucked up shit, and people without skin, and sex scenes that should never take place.
Yeah, really.
And this whole time I'm like, what is the fucking point?
I know, man.
Like, we know why Michael Myers killed his sister and went after his other sister. And we fucking know why Mrs. Voorhees and then later Jason Voorhees killed fucking campers. And we fucking know why Ghostface does what he does and how it can be different people. We know Chucky is a fucked up fucking doll and the voodoo and the fucking transferring of a serial killer's soul. We know all these things. Why the fuck is Pinhead?
Yeah, like some dude gets a box, tries to open hell, but it's just, I don't know. Like, other than like the visuals, these creatures look cool as fuck, but it's just kind of a blah story. But I guess for horror people, it never really is about the story. It's more about the gore, so whatever.
I don't know. I kind of need both.
I do
think that's
too.
why Freddy's one of my favorite.
I love
because
Freddy.
there's story behind it and there's conversation.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Pinhead's kind of, like, self-fucking righteous, and he's like, I torture because I fucking torture.
Yeah.
That's just how I is.
And they never really do anything. They just stand there and chains fucking rip people apart and shit.
yeah, and
like,
it's not they're just standing there
Yeah.
staring, and then things just happen.
Yeah. There's no chase, really.
Yeah, nobody breaks a sweat. No dumb bitch runs upstairs to sit
Yeah.
out the front door.
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Devil? The movie that takes place in the elevator?
I have, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of dug that one.
I did too, actually.
And then the whole time I just wanted to get the fuck out of that elevator. And the fact that I expected it to be a chunk of it, but I did not expect the entire movie to be in that elevator. And it was.
Yeah, there you go. Like, they shot an hour-and-a-half movie where it's just in an elevator and it kept you entertained.
Yeah,
Like,
the whole time.
Yeah. It was a good movie.
I liked it. And I tried to find it online, and I can't unless I buy it. And I'm just not ready to buy it right now. I probably will before Halloween comes up, but I liked Devil.
Yeah, I did too. I forgot all about it till you mentioned it.
That's another one where, like, you never think that some evil shit's gonna come after you in a fucking elevator.
Yeah, really.
He's such a bad cat. Why are you in his business?
Kitty.
Alright. The Ninth Gate.
I love that movie.
I thought, okay, it's Rosemary's Baby on crack.
Yeah.
And I love Demi Moore. Especially Demi Moore in that time period.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got, like, Ghost and stuff, and then it escalates, and then you've got, like, The Juror and shit like that. So, Ninth Gate...
Well, isn't that with Johnny Depp?
No, that's right. Which is the one about the gate with Demi Moore?
I don't
No,
know.
it's not a gate. It's a number. It's the seventh sign with Demi Moore, which is basically Rosemary's Baby
I
with
haven't
Demi
seen
Moore.
that
It was
one.
good. But the Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp...
I love that movie. I remember I was in my teens and we watched that several fucking times in like a group setting. Like we love that fuck. It was good shit.
It was also a good time period for Johnny Depp as well as Demi Moore.
He was doing good movies then.
Things are not so good these days.
No, Johnny Depp. I used to be a big Johnny Depp fan.
Yeah.
I would go out of my way to go see his movies. Not so much anymore.
No, not since. When was the last?
I think Pirates of the Caribbean, I was stoked on the first one.
Yeah.
Which I liked, but after that, man, I can't really think of
Yeah.
anything. Like, The Chocolate Factory sucked.
Stupid.
Yeah. Tim Burton went to hell with him, too.
Do you think after a while it was just a paycheck to start paying some of his ex-wives and shit?
Probably, yeah. I heard he owns, like, an island, or...
I heard he has to sell it.
But he does own an island?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably why he's doing these fucking terrible movies.
I don't know. I just, the thing that I like about The Ninth Gate is really Johnny Depp had nothing to like gain in the movie. I mean, he was just looking for a fucking book for a guy.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was a lot of fun.
And it was, which is like what they did with Arnold. He's like tempting him. Ooh, I could bring back your family. Blah 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 blah. And then there's ultimate sacrifice. Johnny Depp essentially has nothing to fucking do with it. He's just looking for a book for a guy.
Yeah. When you break it down like that, it sounds
And then
terrible.
he gets roped into the bullshit. And
Yeah.
it's like fuck, which actually makes it more interesting for me. But I mean, it was a good movie.
I enjoyed it.
And wasn't it? Do you remember what the name of the book?
I don't. I'm kind of wondering, though, like, if I watched it recently, if I would still have
Like
the same love I'm displaying for it right now. But, yeah, it's been a minute, but I really enjoyed it back in my fucking younger years.
Yeah, I haven't watched it Well, I was in my 20s when I watched it.
Yeah, I was probably 17 to 20s.
I was probably like 22, 23 the last time I watched it. So, it's been over 10 years.
Ain't that fucked up to say like 21's like 15 fucking years ago?
It drives me fucking crazy.
I know, dude. I'm working with this 21-year-old, and it's just like, 15 years older than you?
The other day, I was working with this new guy at work, and he said something about school, and I asked him if he was in college, and he's like, no, high school. And I'm like, what? What the fuck?
Dude, we're fucking getting old. It's awful.
Yeah, we are. So, Needful Things.
I don't know if I've seen that.
So, it's a Stephen King thing. Honestly, I think underrated. I liked Needful Things more than I liked Tommyknockers. A little less than I liked Thinner. But I thought Needful Things was good. And it's basically Satan rolls into this New England town. Because you know how fucking Stephen King loves Maine, which is weird, because I also want to go to Maine. There's a little bit of Stephen King in me. But devil rolls into town, and he sets up a shop, and people come in, and Satan's like, what are you looking for? And it's like, I need this, and then he grants their wishes, and then they're evil as fuck. And he corrupts the whole town that way.
I need to see this.
It's good. And especially for what could be a bad Stephen King movie, but it's not. Like I said, for me, I rank it just below Thinner and well above Tommyknocker.
So, am I wrong in saying there's a lot of bad Stephen King movies?
There's a shitload of bad Stephen King movies.
They didn't adapt too well.
Well, and then honestly, I think it depends on what parts of his fucked up books they take from it.
Yeah.
Because there's good stuff and there's bad stuff, and the fucking debacle of what's the most recent one they came out with based off the Gunslinger, the Dark Tower series.
Oh yeah, yep, the Dark Tower, I think it's called.
Yeah, the Dark Tower. So depending on what fucking portion of that book, it could have been even worse.
Yeah, I don't think that one went over too well.
Yeah, no, it did not. And I watched it once. And halfway through it, I got on my phone and just started scrolling through Facebook because I absolutely lost fucking interest.
Honestly, I read up to the third book, and the books aren't all that great either. No. You know, yeah. I think
probably the Gunslinger is the hardest read, and it's the first fucking book.
I know. I'm surprised. I got about halfway to the third, and I just lost interest and never went back.
And the thing is, your mind has to keep going, reading what you're reading, while putting that information in with what you've already learned. Mm-hmm. In Stephen King novels, you almost learn nothing until the last 4 fucking pages.
Yeah.
And so it's very, very hard to read. And then trying to explain it to somebody. It's hard to have conversation about. So imagine 2 people trying to sit down and pull pieces from a Stephen King novel that they probably barely got through and talk about it and put it into movie form.
Yeah.
It's got to be fucking difficult. You lazy piece of shit. But I love you, you big sack of shit. Big sack of pretty kitty. Hereditary.
Haven't seen it.
It's on your Vudu. I watched it!
But we go over this every time. There's 10 people that use that Vudu, and they send me codes and shit, and I add them to it. And
well, let me tell you. You definitely need to watch this before October 31st.
Well, last night, somebody bought a movie and put it on there, and I have no intentions of ever watching the fucking movie. But
what movie is it?
She's the Man.
What the fuck?
Hey, I mean, it's just a nice, huge movie collection. Fucking, you want to buy them?
Buy them. Honestly, Hereditary right now is, I think, available on Netflix. Maybe even Prime.
Well, it's on the Vudu, so I guess at some point I'll get around to it.
But it was... I honestly thought the movie was a haunting and not a demon situation. It's a demon situation.
I heard that ties in with that Midsommar movie or some shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I haven't either. I heard it's good, though.
I've heard mixed on it, but the ones that I trust say that it's good.
Yeah, same here.
So I need to watch that, but I was like, is this just a haunting? And then I was like, whoo. And then, well, no, because if I say that out loud, it's going to spoil the whole fucking thing for you. So, yeah, there's...
It's alright, you can say it. I'll forget by the time I watch it.
So, do you remember any of the previews?
Not really.
It's 90% of the previews are about the woman and the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
The daughter don't make it through half the fucking movie.
Really?
You think the movie's about her. And it ain't. And there's a scene with the son in school. God damn. He can't... Oh.
Is it worth watching?
Yeah, it definitely is. It is definitely
Isn't
worth
that
watching.
like a new up-and-coming fucking horror director
Oh,
that
it
made
was
that
all over
Midsommar?
It was all over the place, and
Yeah.
it's probably gonna. Do you remember a horror movie called The Ruins?
I do. I read that book. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember how all those little fuckers had like a cult following? This is the next that.
Okay.
And it's going to be a lot of hauntings and demon stuff, which is fine because we're talking about hauntings and demon stuff right now.
I mean, I'm sure they'll run it into the fucking ground like they do everything else. But hey, yeah,
It'll get
it's
too
fun.
far, and then they'll spin it off into a TV show that nobody likes. That'll make it 3 seasons for God knows why.
Lucifer.
No.
Well,
Lucifer's
they got
good.
this show out now called Evil. I watched like an episode of it. It seems pretty cool. That they try to like. Is it Satan or is it fucking mental illness? You know? I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, they're running with it now. So
I might check that out.
it's actually. I mean, I've
I
enjoyed what I've
just
seen.
finished the 2nd season of The Sinner.
I haven't heard of that one.
The 2nd season involves a cult. There's no ghost shit in it, but it's fucking good. If you haven't seen season 1 or season 2 of The Sinner, you really, really, really need to watch it.
Well, this is kind of off topic, but I'm throwing it out here while I'm fucking thinking about it. Have you watched American Horror Story 84 yet?
I have not watched a single episode yet.
All right, so it's a little goofy like all the American Horror Stories, but my God, that intro, I fucking love it. I think it's just like the most brilliant fucking intro ever.
What I'm going to have to do is take like 2 days off of work and binge it.
Yeah.
Because I have not had... Well, first of all, I got to get up at the ass crack of dawn every damn day and go to fucking work. And Bert, like, he's not even home now. He's been at work all goddamn day. It's 8 o'clock at night, and he ain't home yet. Like, he ain't had time to sit down and watch it. And what'll happen if I don't sit down and watch it with him? He's going to get pissy with me. And then I'll watch the whole thing, and I'll say, hey, you need to watch this season and catch up with me. And he never fucking does. If I don't watch it with him, he'll never catch up on it. And then we can't talk about it.
Yeah. Guys got to get on that.
I know.
I love that fucking intro.
Because we really fucking loved Roanoke, too.
You'll enjoy what I've seen so far. It's been pretty fun. It's been a good season.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. I watched... I even put in... They were running a thing before it even aired, where they put on these little skits and you had to guess the killer and then you could win a prize or whatever. I even did that. I was looking forward to it. I mean, they're 80s and slashers. It's like 2 of my favorite fucking things.
Yeah.
They couldn't fuck it up too bad.
Oh, and that intro. God, it's just... I love it. I look forward to the intro more than the show.
Alright, so... The Right with Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't really like
I
that.
didn't give a shit about it.
Of all the possession movies I've seen, because when it comes to Satan and fucking demons, it's all about the possession.
That was another one that was hyped up big time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a letdown.
Well, and then I felt like for a while it was just Anthony Hopkins, because they hyped Wolfman like crazy.
That was awful.
And that was not... I was not impressed.
I was not either.
The Devil Inside. I don't know that I finished the damn thing.
It doesn't ring a bell.
And, like, I love possession movies, and it just... Like, the next one, Exorcism of Emily Rose. I thought it was fucking awesome.
Oh, okay. So we're in agreement with that one. I thought you were about to say I thought it was fucking awful. I thought it was pretty good.
No, I thought it was awesome.
All right, so yeah.
First of all, the scenes where they show like when they're breaking it down in court, and they show the exact same thing as a demonic possession, and then it goes to the other side and they show the exact same thing, and they're like, "Oh, epilepsy, blah 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 blah," and then they bring on that woman with the extraordinary deep voice. And she's like, this drug makes possession worse. And then they go through her shit. And then later you read that it's about a real life situation. And
Yeah.
I liked it.
I did too.
I really, really liked it. I thought it was good. I loved the aspect of them trying to prove that demonic possession is a thing in court. And then, like, when they break it down and they got the recording where, like, what is it, all 6 or 7 of these demons plus Satan comes out. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. It's not even 1. It's like 7.
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. I'm getting all into your story and there's a fucking...
Yes, baby!
What's up, man? You need something? Oh. He's eating his foot.
Let him eat it.
Let him eat it.
But yeah, I really like the last exorcism, though. Didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that. Oh, that... Yeah, no, I don't know.
Stigmata.
I like that a lot.
I liked Stigmata.
I did, too.
Especially the fact that, you know, it was like the rosary or whatever, and she wasn't even that religious. And then every time she would, like, levitate, and she would get the stigmata things and the whatever, and I just really, really liked that movie.
Yeah, I loved it. It's another one I haven't seen in a long time, but I really enjoyed it, so...
I thought it was great. And then when the church tried to cover it up and shit and everything, and it showed that, you know, despite the fact that she's being fucking possessed by demons and shit, sometimes the church makes shit worse. The Conjuring 1 and 2. I have mixed feeling about The Conjurings. First of all, I don't even remember the second one. I know I've watched it once. I don't even remember it. And I'm really, really trying hard to recall, like, I remember when the Warrens show up and she sees the witch in the tree. I remember the clapping and her being sucked down in the basement, and I remember the end where she's trying to kill her kids. And beyond that, I only remember weird little scenes of the first Conjuring.
Shit, I don't even remember it.
And I know it's about demonic possession, and it goes right there with fucking the Nun and the Annabelles, but I can't think of a whole lot of it.
I might not even watch it because it's like ghost type shit.
I mean, there's a possibility, but like you've got your Annabelle and your Annabelle Creation, and there's a new one too that I haven't seen, and I didn't even know they had a third one of these fucking movies.
Is it out?
I want to say so, and I missed it completely. And I can't even remember what it's called. There's a third one of them damn things. And apparently they're all supposed to tie into Valak. The demon from the Nun that's also Annabelle.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know they were trying to make like a monster verse with all the shit.
I mean, it pretty much is. So from what I understand, because I haven't seen the fucking Nun yet. I just need to watch it. But from what I understand is the Nun situation came first. And then I don't know how the fuck he came. Some demon that looks like a damn nun. Wait. And then it goes to Annabelle Creation? Shit. I'm getting my fucking Valaks mixed up. And then it's in the girl. And then the girl grows up and kills her parents because she worships Satan because she's in a cult. And then it goes into the doll. and then it's Annabelle?
I think you need to take all those movies and watch them in the order they need to be watched in.
Because I
and then
can't
report back.
Yeah. I don't remember how all that's supposed to go, but it's supposed to tie heavily.
I mean, like, I know people are kind of say they're getting bored with the whole, like, you know, like, I guess Marvel kind of started with it, how all these movies are linked together, but I fucking love that shit.
I do too.
That makes me more interested to want to go watch those fucking movies.
I like it.
I like it.
Well, like, okay, so in Insidious, it's its own technical verse. So you have spirits in Insidious, and then you have demons in Insidious. There's two totally different things. There's different demons in all four, but the bad mamma jamma of them all, that's in all four of them, is that red face fucker.
Oh, I see the top dog.
Yeah, he's the top dog.
The thing was fucking creepy.
And I love him. He's got a great vibe. He looks fucking good. He's got backwards knees and hooves.
Oh, yeah.
You don't need tiptoe by the tulips, and he's a puppeteer. How more fucking creepy do you need?
Yeah, really.
So he's my top dog, and the fact that he is the top dog. But then in Insidious, you've got the red-faced demon, who, in the movie, I think he's in charge of the further, which is why he shows up all the time. Which is why none of the other spirits or anything was able to possess Dalton's soul. Was because of him, because he's the top dog. And then, hold on, because sometimes I forget their names. There's the wheezing demon from the third one that forces you to commit suicide. And then there's the key face guy that feeds off hatred and made Elise's dad kidnap and murder all them fucking nurses.
Which one was the tranny one in? Like the grandma ghost? Or
That was the second one.
Okay.
She's a spirit. Well, Peter, I think was his name. But then he ended up being the weeping bride or what the fuck ever. I consider Peter, the little boy, the long-haired fucker that's in the first one, I consider all them to be spirits because they used to be people. Or kind of, sort of, still are. Because you can tell that long-haired fucker is a woman beater and a fucking rapist.
What
The guy that's... It's one of the ghosts that's in the first one that shows up. He's walking the balcony, and he's outside, and then all of a sudden he's inside, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then he goes after her when they're doing, like, the seance or whatever, and licks her face, and you're like, you dirty mouth motherfucker! You know he used to beat women and rape fucking bitches.
He
you
totally,
know it.
Oh, yeah.
You know it. And then the twins, you know, they knocked off their parents. You know, and then the little boy, you know,
God, that movie was fucking
probably
scary.
just another Dalton. Like, I think the boy was a traveler, like Elise called, and then he took over his body, and now he's in fucking the further with the red-faced demon, and oh, damn, Odin looks like a demon. Looking at me all intensely, but yeah, you just know. Yeah, I would consider them more spirits than demons. So, then, besides all of those... Bert and I just watched Demon Knight.
I love that fucking movie.
It's so fucking good.
Dude, it is. That is one of my fucking all-time favorites.
The only thing that's different about that movie, besides any other fucking movie we've talked about with demons and Satan, there's no fucking exorcisms.
Yeah.
The second that demon starts talking in your fucking head, boom, you're a fucking demon. You got to get your eyeball shot out.
Oh, dude, yes. It's so good.
Yeah, there's no exorcisms, and Billy fucking Zane is the bad guy.
Oh my, yeah. I mean,
I
he was
love
perfect.
it. I love it. At the beginning, when he starts talking about, he gets all hillbilly and stuff, and he's like, shit ass fucking rednecks and stuff. I'm like,
I don't even know where that movie ranks, but I feel like it's the most underrated fucking horror movie ever.
Well, and then, you know, it's right there. It's Demon Knight, Bordello of Blood, and what's the other one?
I've never seen the third one.
Fuck.
I feel like it was like a straight to DVD type thing, even though Bordello of Blood might have been.
I don't know, but I think...
Well, no,
I can't remember.
Blood had
I want to
Dennis
say
Miller.
Demon Knight was the first one, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, yep.
Bordello of Blood was not as good as Demon Knight.
No.
And out of the three of them, which the third one I can't even remember, so
Yeah.
that shows you how good that shit was. Demon Knight was the most underrated, but it was the best one.
Oh, dude,
and
yes.
nobody ever talks about Demon Knight, ever.
I'm talking like all-time horror movies. Like, it's probably...
And the
I don't know,
demons
it's
are
up there for me.
creepy as shit
Yeah.
looking. And then there's that whole thing that's super different from like all the other demon movies. You gotta shoot out both eyeballs, and then that lightning shit that comes out of them can kill you.
The
and
key with Jesus's blood.
yeah,
keeps them
but
out.
then every person that had it kind of put their blood in it too.
Or, so was it Jesus's blood?
It
or-
was Jesus's blood first.
Okay, but
then
if
they
you're like
kept-
a key carrier,
yeah, a key carrier.
yeah.
If you're carrying the key and you die, you can top it back off.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Jada Pinkett Smith covers herself in the blood and shit, and then he washes her off in the shower, and then all the broken arms, he rips that fucking woman's arm straight off, and it was just good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Billy Zane should have been more bad guys.
He should have. What else did he even really do? I
He
mean,
did
that's
one
all
of
I know
those.
him for.
He did. The Phantom.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember that Daredevil type motherfucker?
I do, yeah.
Oh man! And then he was the dick in the Titanic,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
but I liked him better as the demon. And then at the end, when he looks all Satan-y and stuff, and he's got those big wings and whatever. But I liked him better in Demon Knight as the dick in Demon Knight than the dick in the Titanic. Because I
Yeah.
really, honestly, just hoped to God he would freeze to death in the water and die. But yeah, Demon Knight was the shit. Amityville Horror and the 1400 remakes.
I know. Like when you say Amityville Horror, I just start like shuffling through which one you're talking about. Obviously,
Right.
it's the first one, but
And
there's so many of them.
I put it on the list because technically it's supposed to be demons because, Satan worshipping and all that shit. But it is, to me, even though it is on the list, more of a haunting than it is a possession situation. I don't know. They really don't harp on the demon aspect as
Yeah.
much as... Because a lot of times you can draw a straight line to figure out which one you would put in demons and Satan and hauntings. And that one's kind of, it rides the line because I don't think they don't push the demon factor enough.
yeah.
Because if demon movies were the same as haunting movies, then Poltergeist would have been a totally different fucking movie. Because to me, the epitome of hauntings is Poltergeist. And I consider Insidious a demon movie.
I agree.
Alright, what else I got on here? There's a movie called Demonic. I feel like I watched it, but
Yeah, I mean the name sounds familiar, but I can't. Nothing rings a bell.
Children of the Corn. Technically a possession movie.
Yeah.
In a weird way. And like, I felt like when I was younger, everybody's like, it was an essential. You had your slashers, and then Children of the Corn was kind of lumped right in there, was an essential. The older I get, the less Children of the Corn is an essential.
Yeah, it's kind of... It didn't stack well with time, like, yeah.
It's definitely not a timeless situation.
No.
I could still watch all the Freddys and Jasons and Halloween.
That's a movie they should consider rebooting.
I mean, they love to go after the horror.
I mean, they could use one. I could use a
And I mean,
freshening up.
It's not hard to make a bunch of fucking kids creepy.
Yeah.
Done it before. But I think they dropped the ball on Children of the Corn. And it really, really push on that two different types of religion situation instead of what's actually going on. And the kill scenes were not that great.
No, yeah.
Quit being a freak. Alright. The Reaping. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, never seen that one.
So it's Hilary Swank. And it's one of those ones where it's going to be the end of the world soon, and now all the fucking signs from the Bible are happening. The locusts and the water turning to blood and all this other stuff, and somebody's got to procreate to pump out the devil. I don't know why you got to bang a chick to have the devil. Why do I have to pump out a demon baby?
I guess to bring it into human form.
It's the devil. If God can just show up on Earth, technically,
but isn't
depending
God,
on what you believe,
God's like the Almighty. He can do anything.
And
everyone underneath
Satan
him
used to be,
has limitations.
depending on where you think. And like, I get it, because limitations are essential. Because if God's up there and the devil's down there, and they can both do the same thing, it'd be fucking pandemonium. But why can't he just possess a fucking doll? Why can't Satan be in Chucky? Why does some chick have to pump out a Satan baby?
Maybe that's a way for it to be more powerful.
I mean, I get like, all organic.
Yeah, all organic. So, like,
organic Satan as opposed to free range organic Satan.
He wouldn't have full control if he's just like taking over somebody's body, because they could have lapses where they pop out. Full control is an organic baby.
He wouldn't have to fight against it.
That's right. It's all him.
Well, in that movie I was telling you about with Demi Moore, The Seventh Sign, the whole thing was during the certain alignment of the planets and blah, 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 a baby would be born with no soul. So it was like a well of souls, and then as the well gets less and less and less, that next baby born, that there's no souls left to fill it, would be an open vessel for the devil. Which was kind of an interesting little thing.
That's a cool concept.
But, I guess it would be totally like open for Satan, clean slate. But
yeah, no soul to fight with. So
I hate to say it, but it may seem like an easy situation, but keeping a kid alive is a hard thing.
I would imagine.
As the devil, I don't know if I'd want to take that chance, because kids are trying to find ways to kill themselves every fucking day.
They really
unknown substance. I'm going to lick it.
Yeah.
Oh, look, everybody's sick. I'm going to touch every fucking thing and then put my hands in my mouth. Oh, look at this. I'm going to jump off of it. Mom keeps telling me to stop jumping on the bed. Nothing's going to hurt me. So yeah, it's a full-time fucking job trying to keep kids from killing themselves.
Why do you think that is? Like, human children are like that, but like animals know better. They know kind of like what not to do. What the fucking...
I think it's the fast track situation.
Yeah.
So you know how like 1 year in a dog's life is 7 years?
Mm-hmm.
So a 1-year-old puppy is 7 years old in people time.
Good
I got
point.
an almost 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Now, he still jumps on the fucking bed and then wants to bitch when he gets hurt. But, like, he doesn't touch unknown substances. He doesn't put stuff in his mouth. He understands about germs and he washes his hands. So, I mean, it took us 7 years to get there, but a puppy does it in a year.
Yeah, good point.
So, at 6 months, that's a 3-year-old kid.
It knows not to lick certain things.
Yeah. Stick its fingers in weird places.
Yeah.
So I definitely think it's a fast track thing. Also, too, it's a reach situation. I mean, babies are bigger than puppies and kittens and everything else.
Yeah.
So they can get into more shit.
And they're able to think more outside of just like feed me, fucking sleep me, walk me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
When puppies and kittens and stuff and other small, it's food motivated.
Yeah.
Food, nap,
Yeah.
food, nap. And it goes to the bathroom wherever the fuck it wants.
And there's the answer right there.
and then that's it. So, but yeah, kids are hard to keep alive.
Yeah.
As the devil, I don't know if I want to take that chance. Because can you imagine you're Satan and you get into that soulless fucking baby and you're like, yes, and you're inside this fucking thing that you can't control. You still can't control it. It's not like some fucking little infant gets popped out of some woman.
If it's a soulless baby, wouldn't he have full control? And wouldn't
Yeah,
he know
but
better?
here's the thing. Does that baby just walk off into the sunset to cause fucking terror? Or does that woman have to bottle feed or breastfeed that baby and then it can't walk?
But Satan's sitting there and he's just waiting, like gaining his strength.
Can
and he
you
knows
imagine having an adult brain in a baby.
That would be awful.
And it'd be fucking torture.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything, and then this fucking ignorant bitch that won't give you enough tits trying to tell you where to shit. And fucking go in the toilet and bedtimes and stuff, and then getting sick flu shots.
I feel like you would definitely be able to potty train a devil baby quicker than a normal human.
Or would you? Like, how much influence does the devil's brain have over an infant?
Well, are we talking organic devil baby or
organic devil baby?
Well, he would have full control. So,
but like, that's what I'm saying.
Like control his bladder, or
not? It's a developing body. When a baby's born, it doesn't even have all their organs yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, it takes like 2 years to get a fully good spleen.
Jesus, well, yeah.
They don't even have all their bones.
So, like...
Things are still moving around. I mean, that's an incapacitated Satan.
He's shitting himself, and he's knowing he's shitting himself, and there's nothing he can do about it.
Yeah. And he's like, just move. And
Sounds
his
like
legs aren't fucking working yet. Yeah.
So when we get older, it's
we
basically...
just become babies again.
Baby Satans. Like, we know what we're doing, and we can't control it.
Yeah. Or do we? I mean, because we're talking dementia and Alzheimer's and shit.
And we're definitely getting
some
dementia.
days, I just stare at people, and they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I am right now.
Yeah.
I zoned out about 2 hours ago, and I do not know what the fuck is going on.
You're drooling on yourself. Like,
but yeah, that would kind of be torture to be the devil, like ready to cause havoc, and your fucking legs don't work.
Yeah, for real. And you just got to sit and bide your time.
Yeah, and then do you get to switch back and forth? Like, who's in charge when Satan's in a baby?
See, if I was Satan, why would I need to come to Earth? Like, I would just send my minions.
Right, which is what kind of they did in Constantine. But again, they couldn't get all the way over, and Satan's son's like, let me get in that shit. Why?
Yeah.
So you can have limitations?
Makes no sense.
Can you imagine, like, that devil baby? Like, Satan's a baby, and he's growing up, and it's like, he's the fucking devil, and he's crying and stuff, and causing a fit, and he wants to be so evil, and his mom's just like, he's growing pains. He skipped his nap today. Fucking, and then he's growing old. That body's gonna die, right? So then, fucking, the devil with 2 hip replacements and fucking hemorrhoids and shit, and he's getting dementia, and he's forgetting he's the devil sometimes, and he accidentally does nice shit.
Yeah, I wonder if he just offs himself at a certain age.
I don't understand the desire. I think it's a bullshit fucking... I think possession is good because you can wreak a whole lot of havoc and it's not even your life. But, like, where's the devil gonna live if, in the meantime, he's causing all this shit and he tanks his fucking credit?
Yeah.
What sort of job does Satan have? Does Satan get a 401k?
Yeah, really. What does he work for? What does he do in the meantime to get to where
does he get busted and end up in jail?
And what does he do then? I mean,
yeah. Is Satan in prison? Well... That's not a fucking far stretch.
And now he's got to wait out another 40 years in a fucking padded cell.
And I mean, I just think it's a horrible fucking idea.
Yeah. It really does sound pretty awful.
The possession, you're in there for a little bit mentally and then you're out.
Sounds like the best way to go.
Definitely.
But yeah, just you wouldn't have full control. But you would have enough control that it's just worth it to go that route.
Yeah, I definitely would not want to be like an all-powerful fucking Satan in hell, and now is shitting his diapers, crying for his next fucking meal that he can't get himself.
Yeah.
No, thank you. So, alright, so possessions. There's actually several fucking websites about how to identify someone who's being possessed, levels of possession, and how to get rid of possession. Honestly, some of them disturbed the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Because some of the signs of possession I already have. And apparently how you keep demons out of your body is to be positive and not be stressed out. And I'm like, well, I'm fucked.
Positivity's so hard.
Odd behavior. Every fucking day of my life. Let's see. Night terrors. I sleep with cats. Negative reaction to prayer. I don't know.
Have you tried that one out yet?
I have not tried that one out yet, but I gotta tell you. Sometimes, when people randomly, throw Jesus in my face, I have a very negative reaction to that.
Yeah, I think most people do, though. Those people suck.
And, we're just chit-chatting. Yeah, Orbitz is my favorite gum. And then, boom, Jesus. And I'm like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
And then they always gotta, oh, you're having a bad... Well, Jesus died on the cross for you. I have negative reactions when people are just, chucking the shit in my face. I get it. But he also, created the ability for me to have free will. And with my free will, I choose to get pissed the fuck off at my retail job because people are stupid.
Yes, they are.
And God did not create us all equal. Because if we did, people would bring their fucking coupons in and not stare at me like I'm retarded. When they're like, well, I left everything at home, and then stare at me like I'm supposed to come up with some fucking solution to their problem that they fucking created.
Here comes the devil.
I left all my shit at home. What the fuck do you want me to do?
Yeah, really.
Pull the shit out of my ass? Bring your kids up. I'll watch them too. Oh. Yep, I might be possessed. There's a good fucking chance. Supernatural knowledge? I have that. Different personality? Oh, I got that. New abilities? No, I don't have that. I feel like I lose abilities.
I'm with you there.
Every fucking day.
Yeah.
Different voice? I got a customer service voice like a motherfucker.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear it.
No, I can't. You can't put me on the spot. Can't put me on the spot. It develops naturally. Especially, and this is more my supernatural knowledge is, I know just looking at people in a store who's going to cause me fucking problems. Before they speak, before they ask me a question, before they rudely interrupt, I know who the fuck is going to cause me problems immediately.
What signs do you look for? What causes you to all right, this motherfucker is going to be a pain in my asshole?
First of all, those people give off a vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been around somebody and you just knew that they were pissed off? And it was the anger radiates. So stupidity has the same fucking radioactive vibe, man. You can just feel it. Also, on top of that, you can tell by, and I'm not talking about resting bitch face, because I have resting bitch face. You can just tell by somebody's face whether or not they came in the store that day just a bitch.
Do people do that?
Absolutely.
Jesus
there
Christ.
Are some people that are just not fucking happy in life unless they're bitching about something.
I mean, I bitch a lot, but to go out,
in
public...
No. In traffic. Mm-hmm. The grandma's driving, and you got to get somewhere, and they're in the fucking fast lane, and you're trying to get past a truck, and they just keep slowing the fuck down. People that switch lanes in the intersection or block the intersection when there's a red light, and now you can't fucking turn. People that don't know how to merge. These are fucking things that count, because these dumb people that can't drive are going to eventually get you fucking killed.
Yeah, really.
Not getting paid enough to do a bullshit fucking job. It's frustrating. But, just grabbing shit off a shelf and coming to a register with somebody who's underpaid to check out, and then as you're ringing stuff, you get ready. You're there. The card's getting ready to go in the slot. And then at that fucking moment, they realize how much those items were.
Hail Satan.
And then tell you to void the thing and then bitch at you because of the prices that they didn't even look at in the first fucking place. Like, I went out there like Snidely fucking Whiplash from the old cartoons, just creeping around with my fucking mustache, all evil as fuck, just price checking shit way too high, because I dig that shit.
Hell yeah.
Like it's my fucking fault. Those people, you can just tell. Or at least I can. I just know. And it causes me anxiety as they approach, because now I have to figure out how to tell this person, fuck you, bitch,
Yeah.
without saying, fuck you, bitch. And then to tell my managers, look, you know I'm overqualified for this job. You know I really don't need this job. You know I'm underpaid as well. You know this is just so I'm not sitting home alone. You know I'm confrontational. My favorite thing to do is tell people no.
Yeah.
Bert.
How goes it?
And the
goes.
kooky bitch comes home.
Yeah. 3 hours with hookers. Gotta come home.
I fucking hate you. We're just bitching about my job.
Now she's
I'm gonna go back to
possessed.
school.
Guys, are you done?
Nope.
Mommy's still recording. Get in there, Booger.
Go back in there.
I've been trying to text you. I guess I burned up all my friggin' data and everything else on the friggin' trip because my phone keeps on telling me I have no internet connection. I can't use Siri. Fucking cunt.
I got nothing, babe.
I know you didn't because it keeps on telling me, Phil, send a message. Bullshit.
You were in the gym, though, weren't you?
I was out of the gym. I was at the restaurant. Let's actually getting a bite to eat. I'll be home soon.
Weird.
No.
Anyway, you want to sit down and
Sure.
share a mic?
I mean, it looks like our mascot's trying to take my spot.
He was doing, you know, his little whisper kisses? He was doing whisper kisses on Brad.
Sorry, Brad.
It was sweet. Here, put this shit behind you.
I'm going to scooch over with you.
You get to be here just for the end, for the questions.
All right, what questions?
Alright, everybody. Bert finally fucking got here.
What's up?
Almost goddamn 9.
Busy man.
So we were talking about demons and Satan, and particularly what we learn about demons and Satan from movies.
Okay. Satan can be extremely handsome when he wants to be. If you piss him off, he turns really big and red and fearful
And gross.
and gross. Kind of like Ned Flanders as Satan in Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah, that's what we did last night. We binged all the Treehouse of Horrors from The Simpsons.
No,
last
really?
night.
Let's see. He can give you anything you want, but take it away.
Needful Things.
He's got a hot daughter.
What the fuck? We
Al
did not
Pacino
go
with
over-
Keanu Reeves.
alright.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
Well, Keanu Reeves had to do it. He had been the next devil. So, what else do we know about the devil? He likes red
I'm black.
and black. Usually in the movies, he does not go by Lucifer.
So I actually looked up the names for this thing. Because sometimes I get confused because some people refer to Beelzebub
Yeah.
as Satan.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always thought of it as a different entity. So there is, and this is the guy that basically created the form of demonology that like Dante's Inferno has. Lucifer's the main dude. Alright, and his cardinal sin is pride. Mammon is greed. Asmodeus is lust. The Leviathan is envy. Beelzebub is gluttony.
That's me, baby.
Satan,
Pizza!
Satan is wrath. And Belphegor is sloth.
So each sin gets its own.
Yeah, it depends on how hard you are in for Dante's Inferno as to how much you look into that. And yeah, I love Dante's Inferno. You know how much I love the 7 deadly fucking sins. And each of them have a demon. And Satan is one of them.
Kevin Spacey killed for every one of them
I know.
in 7.
What's in the box? Okay, so, alright, here's my questions.
Okay, questions.
Alright, in the Grand Grimoire, you know that book that they came out with that's supposed to be able to detail how you summon a demon or summon Satan? And it depicts all the different types of demons. Have you guys ever heard of the Grand Grimoire?
I've heard of the Grimoire. I heard it was the Book of Spells of a Witch, though.
Okay.
Of a
So,
coven and all
well,
that stuff.
what it is the man that wrote it said that he was possessed by the devil when he wrote the Grand Grimoire. So, the thing is, there's like a 3-step process to bring the devil forth to do your bidding. There's a whole section on how to make a deal with the devil. And then you gotta summon him, and then you have to beat him with a stick. No fucking shit. You gotta hit him with a stick. No, I swear to fucking God.
What?
You gotta hit him with a stick. Hold on, let me find the Grand Grimoire.
Does it matter the type of wood?
Yeah.
Elm, ash,
there's the thing.
pine, hickory.
This is the instructions that would allow a person to summon Lucifer. The instruments required for the ritual is a blasting rod. That's what this fucking thing you hit the devil with is called.
You said stick.
Well, what? It's a rod.
Yeah, but in porno, a rod
right.
means something totally different.
Which would be used to smite Lucifer into submission once he is evoked.
A rod is appropriate then.
After this, you make a deal. A deal with the devil is to be made. And the Grand Grimoire contains a section entitled The Genuine Sanctum Regnum, or the True Method of Making Pacts. And then you make a pact with the devil. And he gives you the ability to do your own bidding. So,
All right.
now that we know that.
But you're making the devil sound like a loan shark. If I don't pay back my loan, he's going to cap me in the knees.
No, he just takes your soul.
But I don't own my soul.
Not if you give it to the devil.
But I don't own it now. I give it to the kitty.
But he's just a bitch-ass kitty.
I know, that's why he's looking at me funny.
So-
Okay, questions. Sorry.
What deal with the devil would you make? What is important enough to you that you would be willing to make a pact with the devil and hit him with a stick?
Can't tell you because he might come after me, so that's...
I don't think there is one for me.
There is, but I'm not saying it. So.
Well, I mean, I would want to do something good, and that's the opposite of Satan, so I could never make a deal with the devil.
Well, okay, so here's Ghost Rider. Makes a deal with the devil to save his father, and his father dies of something else.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, has lung cancer.
Yeah.
And then he dies during doing the
stunt.
The stunt. That's the problem with it.
I know, that's why I wouldn't make a deal, because it would
But
make
if
it
you're ever in a
worse.
situation, depending on what the circumstances are, you might still make that deal because of the situation.
No.
To save someone you love.
I mean, maybe. But only if I get to be a badass and, like, vengeful killing. Brad,
Dracula.
is there anything that you need so bad you'd sell your soul?
Not really. Not to spend an eternity in hell.
How about to spend one more night with Carrie Fisher back in the 80s?
Or Winona Ryder
That's
in the early
tempting.
90s?
But just one night, and I gotta spend
What
the
about
rest
a
of-
lifetime? The rest of your life?
Yeah, the rest of your lifetime, you get Carrie Fisher back. But from, like,
And
the
she's-
burbs.
Yeah.
And she's, like,
Just
mega
smoking.
horny.
Yeah, exactly. Before she went, whatever the hell happened to her, so...
Man, but then, like, I mean, if I got her from, like, 20 to, I guess, I don't know.
She doesn't age. She stays the same.
But when do I lose my mojo? Do I get it until I die?
Well, you probably lose it as soon as you make the deal.
Yeah,
that's the
that
deal.
would be the catch.
No,
Yeah.
that's the deal with the devil. You get Carrie Fisher for a lifetime, and then your dick falls off.
Yeah, no, I'm
But you
I'm
grow
good.
a vagina.
Yeah.
Damn it, can we just scissor?
I'm no longer
Alright.
into girls.
So we've all seen plenty of possession movies. How fast would you go down in a possession movie? So let's say 90 minutes. 90 minutes for a movie. At what point do you think that you would just be like, fuck it, and let the possession go full blown?
I'm the dude drinking that conjures the devil that brings him in, so...
You're the dick that brought the Ouija board?
Yeah, I'm the dick that
You're
brought the
fucking
Ouija
Micah
board.
in Paranormal Activity?
Yeah, I'm that asshole.
See, I'm the guy, I forgot what movie we were in, and I freaking stake the possessed in the heart. It's like, oh shit, she's not a vampire. Oops. Damn, murder charge. Or would it be manslaughter? I thought I was doing the right thing.
A part of me wants to say I go the full 90 minutes and I would beat the devil. But also I'm fairly lazy and I hate when things encroach on my private fucking time. My personal time. I think I'd make it a half an hour and be like, fuck this shit, I can't deal with this another day. Because this is usually like a span of a week.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I would make it to day 3, so about 30 minutes into the movie. And be like, I don't even care anymore, I just need some fucking free time.
What else you got?
If Satan was alive today, running around as a real person, who do you think he would be? And if you can't think of like a celebrity or whatever,
Oh, I've got plenty.
describe him.
Nancy Pelosi.
Kanye
God.
West.
How does quote go? I'm hurt that I'll never get to hear myself perform or whatever. Yeah, arrogant ass.
Yeah, I mean,
I would totally see that.
Yeah, considering the fact that Satan is said to have the biggest ego.
Yeah, I could totally see Kanye West.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely a Democrat. Honestly, I see him like an older gentleman, but not too old.
Like Donald Sutherland in Evil Things.
That's what I mean, like a Donald Sutherland. Halfway in between Jack Nicholson from The Witches of Eastwick and Donald Sutherland in Needful Things.
See, that's what we expect.
I'm thinking a dapper gentleman.
I'm thinking Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen.
I mean, he sits on a platform of money.
He didn't let anybody in his church in Houston when the floods hit.
That's pretty shitty.
But he's the last person you would expect, just like Ned Flanders in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Totally
That is
see
true.
It. Totally see it.
Alright. Of all the demons and the Satans in the movies, who do you think is the badassest of them all? I know mine.
And TV shows, right?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to be kind of funny with this one.
Well,
So I don't take any of them seriously. So
I like the red-faced demon dude from Insidious. I think he's
Darth
the
Maul
baddest
wannabe?
of them all.
Darth Maul wannabe. Wasn't there a demon and angel that almost ripped Angel's arms off? I like that guy.
Why do you wish harm on David Boreanaz?
Man, I wish harm on him. I just like that demon. He was like a Chewbacca.
He is a beautiful fucking
demon.
man.
If we want to talk about beautiful men, Mark Wahlberg is one of the greatest actors of all
See,
time.
this is why you should have just kept your ass doing your test. Brad and I were fine. No fucking Wahlburgers until you got here.
Fantastic rapper, superb actor, and his brother makes a good.
Brad, who's your badass?
I don't know, man. I'm like trying to scroll through here and look at these guys. I mean, the coolest looking probably Tim Curry in The Legend.
He is fairly badass.
Yeah. Just gonna roll with that.
He is pretty badass.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And he kills fucking unicorns, man. That's like the low.
Yeah, who kills a unicorn? Tim Curry.
Yeah. He goes there. Who goes there? Tim Curry fucking goes there.
Tim Curry goes there.
Alright. If you were going to be turned into a demon, not Satan, just a demon, what type of demon would you actually like to be?
What do you mean? Like by the way we look, by the way we act?
Any of it. But specifically, so like, you've got Valak. So he's supposed to be the defiler, the nitty, the marquis of snakes. He's supposed to be the down and dirty motherfucker. And then in Insidious 3, you've got the wheezing demon. That motherfucker, he's supposed to, he gets in your mind and he forces you to commit suicide and he lives off hatred and shit. So, like, that type of thing.
I don't want to be any of those things. That sucks.
I mean, I could have a little bit of fun being a demon. If you had to be a demon and you got to pick what kind, wouldn't you want to, like...
Could be like Little Nicky.
I mean, if you want to be a puss demon, that's fine.
He ain't no George Clooney. I don't know. That's a demon I should... No, not Little Nicky. The other demon guy. Like, the one who's trying to, like, instruct Little Nicky. Farmer Fran. Waterboy, that guy plays that demon. Won't be him.
Oh my god.
That guy was cool.
I mean,
He's also on Home Improvement as the hardware store guy.
whenever we talk about this, I'm fairly vengeful.
You are.
I'd want to be a revenge demon.
You are. Sorry.
I want to eye for an eye the fuck out of evil.
You do.
Brad.
Probably indulgence, like bring the booze and the drugs.
So you're going to gluttony it up.
Yeah.
So according to this list, you would be Beelzebub.
Sweet.
And then I would be Satan. And you would be Belphegor, Sloth. Because you were very lazy about your fucking answer.
You know what? You
P.S.
just suck it, okay?
P.S. Just in case anybody's like, sloth is a pussy sin. It's actually, it used to be considered
The
the
worst.
deadliest of sins.
Really?
Because it's not
My
just...
600-pound life.
No, it's not just being lazy. So, sloth, any of the sins is whatever you do that takes yourself further away from God. And sloth is also not caring. Not caring about God, not caring about yourself. And suicide used to be linked directly to the sin of sloth. It's not caring about yourself either, not taking care of yourself or anything like that. So, and obviously, suicide is the number one no-no in the Bible. Even in the end of days, all that would be left is nothing and the suicides. And you should read about what the fuck suicide, people that commit suicide, what happens to them in the 9 levels of hell in Dante's Inferno. So they took that super serious. So sloth is a super fucking serious sin. So, but also it's lazy, and you were lazy as fuck about your answer.
Sorry, I worked 10 hours a day. I went to the gym for an hour, and then I did sports
I
for
had
an hour.
30 minutes to myself today. Suck it.
I haven't had any time to myself other than the time I spit in the stall, shitting.
Oh, yeah? Well, you want to hear about my day? I had to hold a fart for an hour and 45 minutes. And then as soon as I got out to the car after work, I tried to let it, and it wouldn't come out. And I'm having a hard time even fucking peeing, and now I think my fucking butthole's broken. You like that, Mitch?
I mean,
I had to hold a fart for an hour and 45 minutes, and now I think my butthole's broken.
you should just let it rip. There, I would have left your register. And, but, sorry, ladies.
Oh, God.
Break time.
All right, what is the worst kind of demon that you could be? I can't ever hurt kids and babies.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, I would have
If
to
it
go
involves
with that.
children, I
Okay.
can't do it.
Animals and babies.
Well, it depends. If it's this little asshole here that wakes me up at night, I'm pretty sure I can harm him pretty good.
No, then you want the orange one.
He's around. But no, children, no, off limits, absolutely can't.
All right. Last question.
That's the scariest.
If you were a demon, who would you absolutely hate to possess? Like, who is the last person that you would want to possess?
Richard Simmons.
That's expending a lot of energy all at once.
Exactly.
Mr. Sloth. I can think of people in my personal life.
I don't know. Like
It
who I
wouldn't
would
transfer
hate.
over.
Because, like, if you're possessing them, you're fucking with them, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like,
That would be fun.
yeah.
But at the same time,
But especially if somebody you didn't
But
like.
whose life would you like to live for a little while? Or would you hate to live for a little while?
be Michael Benjamin.
That's the first one that comes. And honestly, James Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But
Bing
the people
bong.
that are listening don't know these people.
So we'd have to use somebody they might know.
Alright, if that one's too hard, think of somebody that you would love to possess.
Probably Donald Trump, because that would be fun. Just getting that dude's head for a day.
You know all his dirty little
It'd
secrets.
just be a
I
good
think
time.
we already know all his dirty little secrets. They're
Yeah.
kind of boring.
Honestly, a lot smaller people have done a lot worse.
Yes.
I just still think it'd be a fun time. The guy's a fucking maniac.
Who would I love to possess? To live their life for a while and then ruin them. Who lives a very luxurious lifestyle, but I hate.
Mark Wahlberg.
No, I don't hate Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, you do.
I know, I don't.
We have it documented in a pod.
No.
You hate Mark Wahlberg,
I
Dwayne
don't.
The Rock Johnson. You hate them and what they stand for.
No.
Jennifer Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Sorry. You hate her.
No, I don't hate her. She
Yes.
just, as an actress, she annoys me because she displays absolutely no emotion whatsoever on her face.
I'm pretty sure we have documented where you say you hate her.
I know, and I've heard some of the things that Mark Wahlberg has said in his real life outside of acting, and he seems like a solid dude. He just should stop acting. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, luxurious lifestyle, but I'd also like to leave them in ruin. I'm pretty vindictive, but nobody's coming to mind right this second.
I named off the three I know. So. Sorry.
Donald Trump's probably the best answer at this point.
And I say that not saying it's because I don't like the guy. I just think it would be a fun fucking time.
Well, honestly, I don't think that even being possessed by a demon could ruin his image as much as everybody else has. I think he would be fine. But it would be fun to be inside his...
Yeah, just ride that circus for a little bit, you know?
Because most everybody already hates him. What?
Putin.
Putin! Shirtless on a horse and shit? Just fucking...
He might already be possessed.
Yeah. we were talking about like
There's like
the
a
signs.
line. Everybody's like, I want to possess him now.
Yeah.
Alright, you got your 5 minutes. It's my turn. Yeah, there's a good chance Putin's already fucking possessed. I can't think of anybody. Usually I'm fairly good at this. I'm tired.
Jeff Bezos. Just like, I got all that money, I'm going to spend it all.
Ooh,
We'll buy everything. And then when I unpossess, what the hell was I thinking? That's how I got Whole Foods.
Yeah.
That's how I bought Whole Foods. You got possessed. Somebody wanted an organic fucking cucumber.
got a craving for an organic cucumber.
Go buy Whole Foods.
Just gonna buy Whole Foods.
Alexa, buy Whole Foods.
I don't know. I just want to be able to spend a lot of money temporarily and then bounce.
That's called credit card fraud, isn't it?
Technically, yes. Who's really good at that? That's what I want to possess.
They're doing it to everybody else's. Now he's going to punch somebody else. It's not cool.
Okay, Mark Wahlberg's credit cards. Ooh, I get it.
They say Marky Mark on the bottom.
Johnny Depp, and then I'll leave in...
He ain't got no money. He's already
No.
broke.
Listen. Here's my plan. I'm going to possess Johnny Depp. Leave him even more in debt as I live his luxurious lifestyle, and then see what kind of fucking movies he does, even when he's deeper in debt. It could get real bad.
Maybe you could possess Johnny Depp and do a decent movie for once.
Oh, yeah, and get him some money.
And get him some money.
Maybe. It's going to have to be a great
Because
movie
here
to bring that
lately,
shit back.
he sucked doggy dick.
Yeah, that's how we started out this pod, was talking about how far Johnny Depp has fallen.
That's how we left the last pod, too. Was talking about Johnny Depp.
God damn,
We're
Johnny,
still in
you need to get your
amazement
shit
of
together.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to love you, bro.
Like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, he's done so many great movies, and now he's just a total twat.
Twat. You know what? Okay, I'm saying this right now. I've been saying it a lot, and I'm bringing it back. America needs to embrace cunt the
I
way
agree.
that the UK and Australia
Yeah, totally.
Like,
Cunt, twat, wanker.
Yeah.
Those need
And,
to be
like,
part of our lexicon. I'm sorry.
cunt is like just saying bitch.
Yeah, pretty much.
What up, bitch? What up, cunt? And then for whatever reason, here lately, over and over and over in my mind, it's been Nick Frost and Shaun of the Dead going, can I get any of you cunts
A drink.
I just keep thinking about that over and over. How much, you know, it used to be the epitome. When somebody was pissing me off so bad, they were no longer a bitch, they were a cunt. But now, I watch all these, you know, all these foreign people on YouTube and stuff, and it's just become like a part of it. The stigma of cunt needs to die. There are far worse things we can say. It's a fun word.
I like it, yeah. I've never had a problem using it.
Foul word. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Because there is a
enjoy it.
point in time for it. Now, I mean, it can be overused. Like, fuck is way overused.
Okay, so every time I edit the podcast, I'm like, God, I say fuck way too much. I need to stop that. And then the second Brad hits record, I'm like, fuck, fuckity, fuck. I can't help it. I have a disease. I can't. I'm pretty sure that there is like a form of Tourette's that is just fuck, fuckity, fuck. And I have that, but only in recording studios, which is my dining room.
Tourette's isn't a real disease.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Don't you watch movies?
Yep. That's why I know.
It's how we learned all about demonic possessions and Satan.
Movie intelligence.
We do.
That's what we have.
If we only watched documentaries. But I'm telling you what, now documentaries can hold out some information to have things go the way they want to.
Yeah.
There's no information that you can look up today that hasn't been doctored a little bit to sway you a certain way.
Totally.
Oh, yeah, there's a total bias. In
Yeah.
everything.
In everything you do. And the fact that Google owns everything now, and it leaves shit out of certain Google searches and pushes you in certain directions, and you got to go to like the third fucking page in a search to find what you're actually looking for.
I wonder, is any documentary straight factual shit? I mean, it's all biased
Well,
bullshit.
it depends. I mean, what we take for fact for like what we learned in school, those were written by historians writing a textbook.
Yeah.
Well, if they had a bias. Like, I hear so much about how Abraham Lincoln was one of the greatest presidents of all time. Where if you look at it, he did a lot of great things. But the Civil War was, what, 18 months, almost 2 years in before he did the Emancipation Proclamation? I mean, everybody says the Civil War was about ending slavery. Well, the war was half over before he did it. I mean, really? I mean, I understand why when you really read into it, but somebody like him is put on that pedestal, and it's like, well, nowadays, he'd been crucified. The day the Civil War happened, that would be the day, well, I'm doing this. Or they're going to be talking, oh, man of no action, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Then you look at Hitler. You think, who's the most evil person in history? Everybody thinks Adolf Hitler. He killed millions of Jews. Terrible. Joseph Stalin. Well, he was a bad guy. He killed 10 times more people than Hitler did. But yet, when you ask people, Hitler is more evil than Stalin. That's all bias.
Yeah.
And it's all based on
bias.
charisma, too.
Well, charisma-
They want to talk about people that get people so that the information that you're giving can continue to go forward because it's interesting to them. But it may not be the whole story, and there may be something more interesting, but it's also based off the storyteller and what the storyteller finds interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, but anything in history, you're going to see some type of bias. So I don't think anything is 100% fact unless you saw it with your own eyes. But even then, when you go to tell a story like 10 years later, you could tell the story slightly different because you remembered it differently.
Or you were having certain feelings at the time.
Yep.
No.
Like when we got married, you said you loved me.
I do.
And, you know.
But you said you'd always be there for me. You didn't get home till 9 o'clock.
But I'm here. I didn't say I was going to be on time. Not once was on time part of any statements. I said I would be there.
You never said I couldn't spend all your money.
Yeah, I did say that, actually. You are to obey me. I'm pretty sure that was in there somewhere. I said, don't spend all my money.
Likewise, bitch obeys in your vows, too.
Yeah, for you to obey me.
And you to obey me.
No, it doesn't.
They repeat the same shit back and forth to the both of us. And honestly, they need to take that obey shit out there, because they'd be like, and compromise. Instead of and obey and compromise.
Yeah, your version of compromise. If you don't pick somewhere to eat, we're fucking going home.
That's a compromise.
That's terrible.
That's me putting all the balls in your court
and then I'll be like,
saying, you pick now or we're going fucking home.
And I'll be like, Taco Bell. No, I don't want that. God!
Whatever, bitch. You're the devil.
You're the devil.
You're the fucking devil.
Mama says you devil.
Oh my god. Can we not waterboy this?
Shut up, Vicky Valancourt.
Oh my god. She showed me her boobies and I like them too.
That's right.
Anyway, alright. The kids are coming out of the woodworks. The cats are all up on the fucking table. We should probably wrap this shit up.
Okay.
Alright. Does anybody have anything else they want to say besides Hail Satan?
No hell Satan. What is our next topic going to be about? We got any ideas?
Bitch, my butthole's broken. I got bigger problems than what our next fucking episode is.
Well, I was thinking when I wasn't doing the pod, because I was on my way home, that it would be cool if we like all three watched the same movie, and we do a pod all about a review of that movie. It doesn't have to be anything new. It can be something we've already seen before. But like, I've got a lot of good feedback from our last pod.
Yeah, and honestly,
like, people are like, "Yeah, that's your forte, guys. You guys are so good at that." You
my
should do
favorite
that."
ones are the ones we do where we talk about movies.
And we usually go really expansive and talk about like every film under the sun that we've ever watched.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to do like we just focus on one film and like book club it, you know? And
Okay.
We have the crumpets and little cups of tea, and we can like totally smash a movie.
No, but we can do
I
like
didn't mean the crumpet. I mean like beer and nachos.
Okay.
But
next year. This would be beer and pretzels.
whatever.
I can't eat chips till 2020, bitch.
That's your fucking fault. Fucking find beers and tacos. I don't know. I just think we should pick a movie and we critique it from start to end, every little bit of it. And like I said, we do it book club style, but like we could also treat it like Mystery Theater 3000, where we make fun of parts and all that shit. I think that would be a fun episode.
Let's do it.
You want to do it, Brad?
So, what are we doing it while we're watching the movie, or?
Well, we can decide that if we want to. We can, or we can just watch it and then we can play
Listen.
clips during it.
Okay, yeah,
I
right
mean,
on.
we can do whatever we want.
right, yeah.
Let's start by watching it and then getting together afterwards, because between kids, jobs, karate, and cats,
Yeah.
I never get to sit down and watch a whole fucking movie
All right.
without interruption. So if we tried to record while also watching a movie
That would
and
be a
then
nightmare.
phones going off and people having to leave, it would be
Not
like a
just
6
that, like 5
hour.
minutes in, Steph's going to be like, we forgot to pop popcorn. And you'll hear the microwave in the background. Pop, 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 pop.
Fuck
You hear her
off.
sit down. She'll be eating it all. Then she'll be like, I'm thirsty. Pookie bitch, go get me something to drink. I'll get her something to drink. I'll sit down. Well, now I got to pee. I mean, it'll be terrible. You're 100% right.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
So we'll decide something. We'll watch it. We'll critique it.
We'll watch something that Brad hasn't watched on his fucking Voodoo.
Hey, right on. Sounds good. I don't know. Yeah, just pick whatever. I'm down.
I just think it'd be kind of neat because there's some movies where like we could go into some deep discussions about some of it.
Yeah, we do try and cover a broad range, but we never get deep into anything.
And there's so much we can cover, like I said, the actors, the actresses, the overall writing, Johnny Depp's career. I mean, there's just so much.
What could be improved? What was perfect? Let's do it.
Cool.
Because my favorite thing to do is talk about. All my information comes from fucking movies anyway. And even if it's like all my information about Dante's Inferno was not just the fact that I read it, but then I also watched documentaries about it. So
It's movies, science.
Yeah, let's go all in on the movies.
all right, movie
Cool.
knowledge. All right.
Cool.
Well, stay tuned for movie night.
Whatever I want to call it.
Whatever. We'll come up with something clever. Maybe. Or we'll drop the ball on that shit too.
Do you got like a movie kicking around right now?
There's a couple. That's the thing. That's why we really kind of need to decide. What we
Well,
want
I
to do.
say just pick one and then we'll do them all eventually. So, I don't know.
I just thought it'd be a neat idea.
Yeah, I
We
like
could
it.
create a giant wheel of movies off of
Yeah,
Brad's
oh, dude,
Voodoo
that
and
would
just
be
spin
cool.
that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
man!
dartboard.
That's a
Listen,
YouTube
for Halloween,
video.
for Halloween, I have been crafting like a motherfucker, and I've enjoyed myself.
Make a board. That would be fun. That'd
I'll
be
just
cool.
like put a bunch of your like movies from your Voodoo, and we'll just click that motherfucker.
It'd be a cool little clip, you know, like what fucking movie is it going to be this week? You spin
Yeah,
the fucking
spin
wheel.
it, record it. We can do that.
Sounds like a plan. I
Hell
like it.
yeah, dude. That's a good idea.
Hey, on these credit things, haven't you recorded that by yourself so you just plug it in so you don't have to read it
Fuck
every episode?
Oh, what if we have something important to say?
Then you add that in and then you just do a cut of this.
Well, this is editing.
We are
Stephanie.
such amateurs here. I mean, we're just, yeah.
Suck it. Let me say this.
I haven't really been in any of the pods. Stephanie just, like, edits me in from stuff I say while I'm sleeping.
No, I edit some of the dumb shit you say out. I have the power. I got the power, bitch. Anyway, we'd like to thank Purple Planet for our music. You can find all our episodes on Podbean and the Podbean app, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeart, and YouTube.
Go iHeart!
You can contact us at pottymouths@gmail.com if you want to chit-chat or give us some more movies to throw on the wheel of movies, which isn't a thing yet, but will be. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Malice Potty.
Cool.
And this is Stephanie,
This is Bert.
who showed
Yeah.
up fucking late.
Hail Satan.
As Brad says, Hell Satan!
Good night.